everyone, I wanted to do a quick video about Travelon packing cubes. You often see these used in JJB videos and they're often recommended, and they are fantastic in their own right and well worth considering as an alternative to a B set. They are much cheaper. If you're in the UK, I normally get mine from Lakeland. I'm not sure where else they're available from, but I'm sure you can probably find them online. I think some of those shopping channels stock them. I'm just very quickly going to talk about sort of some of the similarities and the differences. They come in a set of 3, like the B set, with a large, a medium and a small. By the way, sorry, I've got a plaster on my finger, if it looks a bit weird on the video. They're colour coordinated so that you can see really quickly which one is which. They have mesh on one side so that you can see what's in them, and then they're solid coloured on the other side. And in the large and the medium, they have a back mesh pocket. The JJB sets do not have any interior pockets at all. In terms of the size, I've got various set pieces here. I've not got a set. A large will fit inside a large set piece. There's not loads of room to spare, so they are more or less exactly the same size. There's a little bit on the edges, and you can see how they compare in height. They're more structured, so this will hold its shape a lot more if it's empty or emptier, whereas obviously the JJB is less structured. The medium will sort of go in a medium set piece, but it sticks out the top. So as you can see, it's much wider, but slightly shorter in terms of length. That's the fabric that I'm gathering there. In terms of what you can fit in them, I think it's about the same in general quantity, but obviously if you had something long, it would probably fit better in a JJB, and if you wanted the width, a Travelon cube might be better for you. The biggest difference, I think, is with the smalls. So this is a small set piece and a small Travelon cube, and you can see the small is completely hidden by it. The Travelon cube is much deeper, and actually the only way you can sort of get them in is like that. So you can get far more in a small set than you in a small cube than you can get in a small set piece. I've tagged this video as being for older kids. Out of my 6 Travelon cubes, I use 4 of them for my 2 eldest children, who are 4 and 6, and only 2 are used for my baby. So I'm very quickly going to start with the 2 that I use for my baby, and then I'll show you the others. So I use one large set piece actually as a, oh goodness, I keep calling them set pieces. One large packing cube actually as a packing cube. I use it if we're going to travel, and I put all the little baby bits of clothing in here. So I've got booties, I've got socks, I've got little sock-ons, hats, things like that, which if they're in a bigger bag can get a bit lost amongst everything. So that's one large. The other one I use for my baby is a small, and I use it as a sort of reflux / actually breastfeeding kit. He is breastfed, so I don't need bottles and everything, but what I keep in here is one muslin cloth folded up. I keep gas drops because I keep Infocol because he has quite bad gas problems and reflux, and I keep vitamin D drops. I was quite surprised I needed these, but the regulations have changed since I had my last 2, and all breastfed babies from birth are now meant to have vitamin D drops. Okay, so those are the 2 I use for my little one. And the reason I keep this kit, by the way, is because it fits really nicely in the pockets of, for example, a BFF. Everything else then is for my older children. So in one of the medium pieces, I have their spare clothes. Now, I used to keep spare clothes for them in a large, and I could get 2 full sets of clothes in there. I've now cut back a bit. I keep socks for them in the mesh pocket, a pair each. I keep a pair of underwear each for them. And what I just keep, because they don't normally need a clean t-shirt, I keep one spare pair of plain black leggings, and this is in a size that will fit my eldest and will be just slightly too big on my youngest. Not my youngest, not anymore, my second. And then that way I can just do the one kit between them. If I need 2 pairs of trousers, I'm in trouble, but that's never happened. I then keep the other set as snacks for them. So as you can see, actually there's still quite a lot of space in here, but what I've got is a big pack of raisins. I have 2 sachets of apple puree. I have 1 set of bear paw yo-yos, and I have 1 set of fruit and nut nibbles. I can get quite a bit more in here if I need to, or sometimes actually if I'm taking them out and I'm going to want a snack because we're gone for a while, I can put a snack in for me, or I can pack several days worth of snacks and not have to refill the bag. That's my other option. My big set piece for my two eldest, I keep their medication in. They both have prescription medication for different things. So one, you can probably guess from this, is asthmatic. The other one has a different problem, and he also has a little, like a bottle of medicine that also fits in here. I've left that on the counter. This is really good for keeping an inhaler for a small one because they always have these spaces as well. And I love this because I can see through it, so I can tell straight away whether I've got what I need. This is packed up. We're going away for the weekend, so my eldest has medicine in sachets. There are enough there for the whole weekend. I've got his syringe for his bottle, and I'll just pop the bottle in as well. Quite a few people, I think, would probably need an inhaler. If that's all you need, you can actually fit a spacer and the two pumps quite nicely in a medium. Like they go in a medium set piece. So if actually you're just needing an asthma kit, you can just get that in a medium cube. But because I pack for both of them and they're normally, or almost always together, I just do the one large, and then I know I've got everything I need for both of my children. Well, both of my oldest children. Sorry, the baby's only 6 weeks, and I kind of, in my head, he's the baby and the other two are the children. So that's why it's not that I forget him. I just refer to him differently. So yeah, let me just pop these back in, and then I know they're there. Okay. The medium put back together. And finally, I have a very, very thorough first aid kit in the small. So like I said, you can fit tons in this compared to a small set piece. So I have allergy cream, antiseptic cream, and arnica cream. I have some sachets of Calpol. I have, these are fantastic. I got them in a supermarket in France. They're like little earbuds, and they have an antiseptic liquid in, and you snap the top and it drops down into this bit, and then you can sort of dab it and apply it to any injuries. I have a little travel thermometer. I have plasters. I have a medicine spoon. I have some saline if I need to wash wounds. I also have wound cleansing wipes. I have gauze. And I even actually have steri strips. And then I've got some scissors and some tweezers. Oh, and a couple of stickers. We travel quite a lot, so this comes with us when we're travelling, which is one of the reasons why it's quite so comprehensive. Because obviously it comes on excursions, it comes to the beach and things like that, but it also comes abroad on holidays. So it is a bit more substantial perhaps than it needs to be. But, you know, never knowingly underprepared, I like to think. And always overpacked. Okay, so in terms of how these fit into JJB bags, the medium and the small in particular are fabulous. They go in just about everything. If you've seen my Hoboby video for my older kids, you'll know that, for example, the small goes into one mesh pocket and the the medium goes in another. So the medium and the large will go in mesh pockets in every JJB bag, and they will also fit in the fabric pockets of a BFF. The large one, however, is quite large and does not fit in all pockets. It will fit in the large mesh pockets on a Be Prepared. It definitely also fits in at least one of the mesh pockets on a Better Be. It will not go in a BFF or in a Hoboby, not in the mesh. It will actually go in them. Like I could, again, I have one in one of my videos, but it does fit in a Hoboby. And it will also go in the large mesh pocket across the back of a Be Right Back. So they fit really nicely in JJB bags. Okay, so I hope that's useful if anybody was considering getting some Travelon packing cubes. Like I said, they're really, really useful, really versatile. The fact that they've got a clear front, I actually find really helpful. It's really useful knowing what's in them, and also being able to see what's in them. So for example, with the medicine kit, like I said, I can look at this and I know that the bottle of medicine for my eldest is missing and I need to pack that before we go away this weekend. I can see straight away how many snacks I've got left in here and whether I need to add to it. In particular, do I have 2 of everything? And is there going to be a fight if I don't? I can see just looking at this that I've got some socks and sock-ons and hats and booties. So I've got a minimum, you know, it's just useful to be able to know. I can see before I leave the house that I haven't got the Infocold for my son. So if I need to feed him, I'm going to have problems. So obviously I could just open up my bee sets and check them manually, but I've got to admit sometimes it is nice just being able to look at them and know that I'm ready to go. So yeah, so I really, really rate them. Obviously, well, you can see I've got bits here from 3 different sets, and I have embarrassingly a lot more than 3 different sets. I love the JJB set pieces. I have loads and loads of uses for them. Actually very few for the baby, almost all for me or for my older child. That's my phone. So I'd actually better go, but I hope that's useful. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.